Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James.
A swing and a drive to deep right, away back, goal!
What? Cleveland! This is for you!
Touchdown, Ohio State. And Curry has to back off as James throws it down.
Miller is loose, spin move! Miller headed for the end zone!
Handoff initially, he's going to take a shot. Has some man under it, has his man Kaiser. Perfectly thrown pass to Gordon. Touchdown, Cleveland.
All right, everybody, welcome on into a brand new edition of the Real Sports Talk Show. This is an NBA trade deadline edition, and let's go ahead and just jump right into this. Cleveland Cavaliers dropping a bombshell today. 6 guys out, 4 guys in. We'll start off with the smallest one of them all, but kind of the most shocking, I think. Dwayne Wade heading off to the Miami Heat. The Cleveland Cavaliers will receive the second-round pick, the 2020 second-round pick from the Miami Heat, but the Cavs will not hold on to that pick. Cleveland Cavaliers then send, here's the big one, Rodney Hood and George Hill are coming to the Cavaliers as the Cavs a dispersed 3-way trade here with the Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings. Mon Shumpert goes to the Kings, and Joe Johnson from the Jazz goes to the Kings, and that 2020 second-round pick from the Cavs. The Cavs, as I said, receive Rodney Hood and George Hill, and the Utah Jazz are getting Jay Crowder and Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose has also been rumored to already being bought out from the Utah Jazz, so he will become a free agent, and I guess there's also a report that he is going to be going off to Minnesota once he clears waivers. But the big news, as I said, Rodney Hood coming to the Cavs, George Hill coming to the Cavs. Not done with the trades. The Cleveland Cavaliers were also a big one here. Isaiah Thomas finally is gone. The man who keeps saying he wants to be in Cleveland, but then calls out everybody but himself. He is gone as him and Channing Frye and the Cavs. Like I said, the Cavs 2018 first-round pick, not the Nets pick. So we still got that huge pick. We did not get DeAndre Jordan. We did not do anything with that pick. We still have that pick. But as I said, the Lakers are going to get Isaiah and Channing Frye, and the Cavs 2018 first-round pick. The Cleveland Cavaliers will get Jordan Clarkson back in the trade and Larry Nance Jr. My first reaction to everything was, you see the first trade that broke free was this Isaiah trade. Got a text from a buddy saying, did you see the trade? I'm like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Hopefully this was the Jordan trade. I want DeAndre Jordan. The Cavs need a center more than anything in the world. But I see Isaiah gets traded. And it did kind of shock me at first. Everybody was saying him and Dan Gilbert have become best friends, blah, blah, blah. And then that goes down. I'm like, okay, well, that's good. And then I see Dwayne Wade get traded. I'm like, well, okay, wait a minute here. The whole job for the Cavs is to make sure that LeBron's not leaving, and then you trade LeBron's best friend. How in the hell does that work? But another trade goes through, and the Cavs get Rodney Hood and George Hill. And then I'm sitting here thinking, we still have Tristan and JR. We got about an hour and a half, 2 hours until the trade deadline ends. Is something going to happen? Because this stuff kind of came out of nowhere. Nobody saw any of this coming, and then boom, everybody starts getting traded. And in that final 2 hours, I was kind of waiting for a report, like, maybe this, maybe that. And then towards the end, they finally came out with something saying the Cavs and DeAndre Jordan, it finally gained some traction in a trade talk. And then by then, when it finally gained traction, the Cavs were already in negotiations for this Rodney Hood deal. And the Cavs just said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and forget about DeAndre Jordan. And right now, your starting center is Tristan Thompson. And it's nice to look at this. And yeah, the Cavs are now going to be paying, instead of, they were in the low 40s for the luxury tax. This then shoots you up to the upper 50s of the luxury tax, which is okay. Whatever. We're not paying it. That's Dan Gilbert. Who cares? Who gives a shit? But when it all comes down to it, you look at this, you do that, you get the money up to 50, and you still have 2 roster spots available. So there's a Joe Johnson out there who is about to get cleared by waivers. Right now they said Golden State and the Celtics are the heavy favorites to get him, but who knows. So you still have these 2 roster spots, and one of these roster spots supposedly is going to be getting taken by Kendrick Perkins. He is on the Canton charge, and from right now, what people are saying are the Cavs plan to bring him up, and Kendrick's just going to be that guy on the bench who he'll get a couple minutes here and there. So not big news coming out of Kendrick Perkins, but when you're looking at what the Cavs are doing, you're not looking at the Cavs and saying this is for this year. This is not for the Cavs to win the finals this year. You're looking at a LeBron James who is going to be either leaving or staying, but LeBron knows that he has to be on a team that has younger guys. So the Cavs go out, they get 2 guys in their lower 20s, and you made the team younger, and you made LeBron realize that we got younger, we still have that draft pick, which who knows they could get with that draft pick, in next year's draft. So the possibilities of LeBron leaving, I think, actually shrunk. I think there's a way better chance of LeBron staying in Cleveland now. You have the younger players, you have the draft pick. Yes, Dwayne Wade was gone, but Dwayne, I don't think he was going to play here anyways. Because you're looking at JR was already playing over Dwayne Wade, and now JR is going to get bumped back into probably that 6-man role that he's always been in his entire life until he came to Cleveland. And there just wasn't room for Dwayne Wade to play. I think that Dwayne Wade is actually going to retire after this year. He's going to go finish his career out in Miami. He's going to go out in front of all, those beloved fans down there in Miami. And, that was his way. And I think that it really showed that that's what's going to happen. LeBron said on an Instagram post, it's meant to be. That's where he's meant to be at, That's how it's supposed to be for Dwayne Wade. He's supposed to go to the Miami Heat. He's supposed to end his career, and he's supposed to get his jersey up in those Raptors. The big thing about him coming to Cleveland this year was if it really, really worked out, then it really would have been, nice for him and LeBron to win another championship together. They're best friends. But Wade was dealing with a lot of stuff. His agent that he's had forever just died. It's just been a lot of things here and there with Dwayne off the court, and you can tell. I mean, he really did. He wasn't fully fitting in, but he fit in a lot better than a lot of the other guys that they brought in with like the Jay Crowder and Isaiah additions. But when it comes down to it, Wade, his mind was kind of not fully into basketball. It seemed like he had a lot of off the court stuff going on, like I said, with his agent dying and stuff. And, when it all comes down to it, when you think Dwayne Wade, you think Miami Heat. Of course, I mean, the guy's won multiple championships there. That's his team. So he's going back home into Miami. But like I said, the Cavs, you have the 2 roster spots, one of them getting taken up by Kendrick Perkins. You still have room for somebody else to bring in. Who it is, there's not really any connections going in right now on social media on who's going to be going where and what, who's getting bought out, stuff like that. But I will say I am kind of surprised that there is no big man coming into play here for the Cavs. Right now you have Larry Nance Jr. coming in, who's going to be probably starting since Kevin Love is still going to be out. And you're looking at a starting 5 where with Kevin Love being hurt, LeBron's going to be at this 4, I think. He might stay at the 3 because Larry Nance could play the 4, but it just depends on, because I mean, for the first couple weeks, which it does help, the Cavs do go into the All-Star break. They have 2 games. They have at Atlanta, and then they have at Boston on Sunday, and then you go into the All-Star break. And you're going to see the Atlanta Hawk game, you don't even know who's really even going to be playing. People are still going to be traveling to get to Atlanta, from these trades. And so Sunday is going to be the first time that you're probably going to see this team as a whole. But when it comes down to it, you have the All-Star break, which is really going to help you and get this team to kind of gel, because for right now, you're going to see so many different lineup combinations. You're going to see players that you really wouldn't expect to be kind of trying to get this team to gel together and find this lineup. So LeBron might be playing the 4, LeBron might be playing the 5 more. You don't know, because it also comes down to how are people going to play. For a while, we've seen JR he's been really bad lately, and then last night, he played phenomenal in that Minnesota game. It was one of his best games in the past couple of months, I think. I think he had 20, and there were a couple plays on defense where it's like, all right, he just gave up, which you're going to see out of a JR. He's not, a huge defender, but when you get, some defensive stops out of him and you see him get that 3 ball up in the air, and you see him get into that rhythm, it's nice to see. So for the second half, as I look into what this roster can do, I just really hope that they really find a whole connection and they connect as a team. You saw a lot of individuals on the team before, and you saw players calling everybody out, stuff like that. A frustrated Isaiah Thomas calling out Kevin Love. And I just want to see Rodney Hood, Jordan Clarkson, all these new guys I want to see, and especially George Hill, because George Hill's going to be your starting point guard. I really want to see all these guys really form with LeBron and the Kevin Love and, players like that. The only 4 or 5 guys that have been here for more than a year. And I want to see them guys really gel, because if LeBron sees this team really connecting and really starting to make a strive for next year, and they really get this chemistry down as a team, this could be a very, very dangerous team next year in the East. And it really comes down to the fact that they did get younger and they kept that Nets pick. If they didn't keep that Nets pick, I probably wouldn't be as happy as I am. But like I said, when it all comes down to it, everything that I just said doesn't matter if LeBron leaves. This team really, they wouldn't be that good in the East without LeBron, because, LeBron is the best player on the planet. So when it all comes down to it, it's all good if LeBron stays, but if not, they'll be a mediocre team. But that was my thoughts on the NBA trade deadline. As we get ready to head into the All-Star break, as I said, the Cavs take on the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow night, and then they are in Boston for a 3:30 afternoon game right before the NBA All-Star break. But that's all for the trade deadline update. Everybody stay safe with this weather out there. We will see you on the next Real Sports Talk show. Have a good one.